Welcome to the Warbird Mistress. This is London Calling. Good evening, this is Sunday the 21st of July 1940, and these are the events of the day. Merseyside was kept awake last night as the drone of German engines overhead showed Jerry was keeping busy with the midnight oil. Today was a clear day for a change, with only some clouding in the morning, and the evening weather continues to be clear with calm winds. Action began this morning with the Hurricane of 238 Squadron shooting down one of the Bf-110s who had been sent on reconnaissance duty. The 110 snuck by our patrols around the Chichester shore, and while roaming southern England managed to shoot down easy prey near Stockbridge, a ferry battle trainer, and a Hawker Hart, both of the flight training school at RAF Netheravon Airdrome. The battle's crew successfully bailed out, while the Royal Navy pilot in the Hart was less lucky. The Hurricane turned the tides on the two-seater at 10:05 hours over Goodwood. The aircraft, 5F-CM, was crash-landed in a field by the pilot, Oberleutnant Friedrich Karl Runde, despite significant damage from red section of 238 Squadron. The wings fell off cleanly, but the plane was largely undamaged and will be repaired at Royal Aircraft Establishment at Farnborough and restored to flying condition, giving our boys a good look at the twin-engine destroyer. The main action for the day came in the afternoon, when KG-3's DO-17s were spotted approaching convoy Peewit as they passed the shingles off the Isle of Wight at 1500 hours. Escorted by Jagdgeschwader 27s, 109s, and bomb-laden 110s of 5LG-1, the Germans were intercepted a quarter hour later by Hurricanes of No. 43 Squadron out of RAF Tangmere. One of the Hurricanes took down a Messerschmitt the hard way. The mid-air collision cost both planes, costing both pilots. The medium bombers dropped their deadly cargoes harmlessly into the sea, missing all their targets completely and turning back to France. As the 110s, who had so far evaded air-to-air engagement, began their dive towards the convoy, they were jumped by yet another squadron of Hurricanes. The boys of 238 Squadron mostly distracted the heavy fighters from their task and severely damaged one of their number, sending him back to France where he crash-landed at Tavy. Of particular note is Pilot Officer John S. Wigglesworth of No. 238 Squadron, who shared in the destruction of both the Bf-110 and one of the DO-17Z bombers. Today's losses for Jerry totaled 19 pilots and airmen and 12 aircraft, including one 109 and two 110s. British losses included 2 airmen and 3 aircraft destroyed. Pilot C. HMS Brazen broke in 2 and sank as a result of yesterday's attack. The merchant fleet cargo vessel Turling sunk off the Isle of Wight with 10 of her 28 crewmen in this afternoon's air attack. Lost today was Ricardo Adriani de Mancha of St. Pancras, London. Son of naturalized Briton Ricardo Arturo de Mancha, originally of Seville, Spain. Ricardo had joined the RAF Volunteer Reserve in July 1938 and was called up the day Poland was invaded. He was with 43 Squadron and had a shared Heinkel 111 to his credit. He was killed today flying Hurricane P-3973 when he collided with the Bf-109 and crashed in the Channel. His body is not to be recovered. Also lost was Midshipman John Arthur Seed of the Fleet Air Arm, curiously shown in records to be an officer candidate and leading airman, titles unknown to the senior service. Seed was assigned to No. 1 FTS aboard HMS Daedalus, the Fleet Air Arm base also known as Royal Naval Air Station Leon Soland, when he was shot down by Friedrich Karl Runde's Bf-110. The native of Ashton on Ribble, Preston, he had read architecture at Liverpool Uni before the war. He managed to bail out of his Hawker Hart, but was killed when his parachute failed to open. Thank you, and good night. Thank you for tuning in to the Warbird Mistress. This is London Calling, a day-by-day detail of the Battle of Britain, and I hope that you subscribe, watch the playlist for new editions, and do check out other offerings on this channel. Subscriptions through Patreon and YouTube are more than welcome to keep this channel going. Thank you and take care.